functional. Hello everyone and welcome again to HSN. My name is Bobby Ray Carter. Get ready for a fabulous hour, an entire hour of Kitchen HQ. We're going to show you some of the ridiculous values that we have coming up in the hour. But by the way, don't forget, you have a 30-day return policy that goes along with everything that you order from us here at HSN. We're going to make your life more fun and easier in the kitchen. Okay, insane. You guys have to look at this. I still can't even get over this. This is an electric iced coffee maker with the tumbler. This is ridiculous. You're getting the 20-ounce tumbler, and we were basically saying that you could spend more money for the tumbler than what you're paying for the maker and the tumbler. We sold this for $25.95 right now, while they last, $15.95. And by the way, it's so quick and easy to use. You choose red, you choose gray, or we also have it available for you in white. But a phenomenal, phenomenal buy. By the way, it also comes along with a permanent reusable filter. I love those. And then I hope you are ready, because this is a huge value. You can see Chef behind us work. Value that is coming up in the hour that, number one, I want you to know, it is a big customer pick from KitchenHQ. You are getting the cast iron non-stick. Yes, you heard me right. Imagine being able to use cast iron that'll heat up quickly, but nothing is going to stick to it. It's all diamond infused. We'll talk a lot more about that. Oven safe up to 500 degrees, but unlike old cast iron, you do not have to treat it like a child. By the way, $75 value. We sold it for $59.95, $49.95, but you are getting both. You are getting the skillet and you are getting the griddle to come right along with it. You're getting both of them. So here are your gorgeous colors. We have it in cobalt blue. We have it in a stunning lilac. Love the maize. Underneath you have that moss sage, and then we have it available in black. Now that's all coming up a little bit later on in the hour. But without any further ado, we were just trying to figure this out. I said, Chef, how long have you been in the industry? Before my gray hair was your answer.
When it was all black,
you had all that gray hair in 16 years? Holy cow.
Good to see you, my dear.
Good to see you too, honey.
We're gonna have
that
fun
smells good.
Hour long. Look at this.
Okay, this is a really interesting item. And I'm going to just tell you, because Chef was telling me, first time we launched the crisper.
Sold it out.
Here, gone, sold out. It came back again, gone. We have a limited quantity today. Pat will let me know exactly how many we have to go around.
It's unbelievable, this crisper plate, and it screams every time we do it, because we're talking about reheating your leftovers, yes. Using your microwave as actually a cooking appliance, yes. Oven safe up to 400, yes. And it's non-stick aluminum. There's a base heat element on the bottom. That's gonna crisp up your leftovers, your pancakes, French toast, paninis. You get all the recipes. Meatballs you can do in the microwave. Your bacon, you can see I crisped it up in the microwave. And in real time, Bobby, I'm gonna make a shrimp scampi. I'm gonna make a huge omelet frittata type thing. I'm gonna do my nachos in the microwave, because it comes down to that heat element in the bottom and that non-stick aluminum. Real quick, I'm gonna throw my nachos in the microwave. 2 minutes.
Really?
Game night. Wait till you see these things.
Usually I would think they'd come out like rubbery.
Correct.
Right? I mean, that's why you're like hearing this and you're going, I don't know. Oh, and by the way, $24.95 is your price on it right now. We have only about a couple of thousand of these to go around. That is it. 12 inches in diameter and a nice, like, full-inch lip on the side as well, too.
And the lip is perfect because, again, I'm gonna do this little omelet, but you're gonna get recipes that I developed to do a quick pizza, to do those eggs, to do a microwave chocolate cake.
Ooh.
Snapper. You're gonna do, again, pancakes, French toast in the microwave. And this is the thing. We have a whole lineup, Bobby, at KitchenHQ designed for the microwave. A grill plate, a crisper plate, a pasta cooker. And oftentimes it's met with skepticism. People think of the microwave like, oh, it's gonna be soggy and kind of... It's not. And then when they get it home, everyone's loved the whole microwave lineup because we want the convenience of the microwave, but we still want amazing results. And you get that with the crisper plate. Let me show you a quick omelet. I've got some scrambled eggs, some cheese, bell peppers, whatever you got kicking around in the fridge. No oil, no butter, because it's non-stick aluminum. So again, it's not just about speed, it's about saving those calories from fat. Now, this is a big omelet that's gonna feed maybe 2-3 people.
Right.
4 or 5 minutes.
5 minutes. And
in the microwave.
Like I said, you don't need any butters or any oil, so that's another great point if you are like watching what you're watching your calories. But I'm still, I want to see this. No, because I didn't. I did say to Chef, I'm like,
you're like, really?
That's exactly what I said when I walked over, because I can't, because you don't think of the microwave crisping things, right?
Totally. So it's gonna crisp up those leftovers. It's gonna also steam your veggies if you wanna do that. I'm gonna give you a recipe for a chocolate chip pancake that you can do in the microwave.
There's 11 recipes, right?
That I developed in my home kitchen.
That's
so look,
great,
when I got this home, I was like, really? How is this possible? And then you go, oh my, look at the French toast. Now look, French toast, you could do crepes with no oil or butter. These are all pictures that I took at home with my crisper plate in my microwave. Like, this is the real deal. So when I tell you you can make this, believe me, you can. I'm gonna show you that shrimp scampi in real time. Again, you're gonna get a recipe for a chocolate cake, no oil, no butter. So you're cutting back on the fat. You're using your microwave not just to reheat your leftovers in an amazing way. It won't get soggy, it'll get crispy, but you're gonna use it for a quick weeknight dinner or a breakfast or a brunch or that bacon.
Honestly, and I've been here for over 42.5 years, I've never seen anything like this. It's the first time I've ever seen us do.
Look at the nachos.
Oh my gosh, they're perfect. And
crispy.
I was just gonna say, let's see if they're crispy.
Want to do the crunch test?
Oh yeah. Oh, you're right, they're crispy.
I'm gonna tell you though.
They are crunchy.
Oven safe up to 400.
Wow.
If I told you I pulled this nacho platter out of my oven at 400 degrees, you'd believe me.
Oh, I get it, I get it.
You know what I mean?
Out of a microwave, you're like, no way.
You're thinking, no way.
No way.
The crunch don't lie. It's awesome. That was 2 minutes in my microwave.
Oh my gosh.
Shrimp scampi. Big, giant shrimp. I've got some garlic, some parsley, some olive oil. You can put a little bit of butter. You don't have to, though. It's non-stick aluminum. 5 minutes in my microwave. Shrimp scampi.
5 minutes?
It's unbelievable.
Wow. Okay, we have hundreds of people that are calling.
It's crazy.
And all I can tell you that if you've never seen it before, I have to assume you're as impressed as I am with it, because I just never would have thought
the nacho crunch don't lie, Bobby. I'm telling you.
Wow.
You're gonna use it in your microwave to make those nachos, the quesadillas, to reheat your leftovers as your, your sandwich press, all these different things. You're gonna use it for your bacon, the giant omelet I'm doing in real time, your meatballs, even reheating a slice of pizza. The pizza won't get soggy. It's about that non-stick aluminum, and in the bottom there is that heat base. That is conducting the heat all across. So that's the magic.
I can see it.
That is the magic to this 12-inch size. Again, non-stick. So that shrimp scampi.
And the perfect size, too.
It's the perfect size.
Yeah.
Because one thing also I have in my home kitchen, my microwave will turn into a little convection oven. So I will use this to roast chicken or roast a couple pieces of fish, because it's oven safe up to 400 as well. So if you have a little convection oven, this is now your go-to kind of baking tray. If you have a microwave, you're gonna get those nachos in 2 minutes and get that crunch.
Imagine, like,
it's awesome.
The thought of putting anything that's like a bread basis, and that it's going to come out crispy and crunchy and flavorful and not soggy is ridiculous.
Even my veggies. So I'll do some mixed veggies, put a splash of stock or wine or even water, and put it in my microwave. And the veggies get beautiful caramelization. They don't get mushy. So this is the thing. We always affiliate the microwave with steamy, mushy, frumpy food. That's why it's like, not the best.
Right.
This crisper plate has revolutionized how you're going to use your microwave. And again, if I told you I pulled that out of a 400-degree oven, you would believe me. When you see this omelet, and when you see the shrimp scampi, and when you think about the meatballs you can do in real time, or the grilled cheese, or even just to reheat your leftovers, and it's actually gonna get caramelization and some character as opposed to just steamed and kind of uninspired. It is so cool for that.
Okay, so I think everyone at home who was like I was like, really?
Yeah,
you
I know.
Get this
I know.
home. It's $8.32, so that's your flex pay. Any credit card, debit card, PayPal, Apple Pay. And think about the fact that you can do like entire meals in a matter of seconds. You don't even have to heat up your oven. You're doing it in your microwave. You know what I thought? This is great if you have a camper, or you have a boat, and you're maybe limited with space, and even like over the holidays when you need extra cooking areas, right?
When you need extra cooking areas and you want your microwave to actually, be a sidekick superhero while your stovetop is spoken for, you will end up using this thing every day.
Wow.
And I use mine every day to reheat things for the kids, to bake off a quick crepe or pancake, to make my leftovers more inspired, but also to cook the actual meal. Remember, I've got a shrimp scampi cooking in real time. I've got a giant family-sized omelet with cheese and peppers. No oil, no butter. So from that standpoint, because it's nonstick aluminum, Bobby, even if I save 1 or 2 tablespoons of fat every single day, think about that.
It adds up.
It adds up. And I think a lot of people don't realize that 1 little tablespoon of olive oil, for example, has 14 grams of fat and 120 calories. That's 1 tablespoon. So
one tablespoon?
One tablespoon has 120 calories and about 14 grams of fat. So if you're free pouring olive oil to start your omelet, you can save those calories from fat and feed a crowd.
It's
really cool.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us. More people have just jumped to the phones. Look at this
See
omelet.
the steam coming off this giant omelet? You can see that there's cheese, there's peppers. My egg has totally cooked through. Look.
Oh my gosh. Look at this, everyone.
I saved those calories from fat. Nothing is sticking.
And you're getting all the flavor.
And you're getting all the, look at the melted cheese there, oozing out.
Wow,
Chef. It is delicious. It's light, it's fluffy. And this is an omelet that now I can divvy up into portions to feed 2, 3 people.
And you can put this right in the microwave. Obviously, microwave. But you put it in the dishwasher, too.
Throw it in the dishwasher. That non-stick aluminum base, totally dishwasher safe. You could put it in the oven up to 400. You can make an omelet without flipping, without worrying about it. It took me 5 minutes in real time.
Point. You didn't have to flip it.
I didn't flip it. I didn't. And look, it's not a rubbery egg. It's a beautiful cooked egg.
Gorgeous.
And again, all that cheese didn't stick to the bottom of that non-stick aluminum surface. It is unbelievable. So I've done my bacon. I've done my eggs. I didn't use any butter, any oil. You saw it didn't stick. So it's non-stick. It's oven safe. But really, it's about that base heat element.
See that? Can you see that in the back? Yeah, kind of out. There you go.
And you can hear it, Bobby. That quality, that base heat element is really the secret sauce to making that heat conductivity in the microwave happen. That's how we got the crispy nachos. That's how we got that stunning result on the omelet without any oil, any butter, combined with the non-stick aluminum, 12-inch size. You're gonna love it.
Wow, and like we said, sold out the first time, the second time. This is the third opportunity you have, and we have only about, try to keep you updated, about 1,800, that's not even counting all of the people that we have that are already calling. I think this is an item, one of those guys. Look at the shrimp. Well, this is a gorgeous shrimp.
Look at the giant, steamy.
Your dinner is, how long was that?
That was 5 minutes in my microwave.
5 minutes.
In my microwave, I've got the steamy, I mean, there's white wine, there's garlic, there's parsley.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't put any butter. I put a little bit of olive oil and coated my shrimp. You don't have to, but I did. And look, if I told you I roasted that platter of shrimp scampi in my oven, you would believe me. If I told you the same thing with the nachos, if I told you the same thing with that family-sized omelet. This is what I mean. It's not just for reheating leftovers, which of course it's gonna do a great job. Your leftover pizza has never been so good. You're also gonna use it for a 5-minute dinner. That's healthy, that's affordable. You're not ordering on a meal app now and spending 50 bucks for God knows what. You know what I mean?
That's a great point. Can you put like frozen items?
Totally.
Oh, you can?
So
like meatballs, I know my granddaughter loves
if you've got, so like I said, my home microwave also is a little convection oven. So if I want to take those frozen chicken fingers when I'm in a pinch or frozen meatballs, oven safe up to 400. So I can put that into my little convection oven up to 400 for a from frozen meatball or chicken finger or hors d'oeuvre. You can do that. So absolutely you're gonna put this in your microwave. I mean, look at the shrimp.
I know, aren't they amazing? And
those
look,
are
there's a
big
clock already up on your screen.
It's unbelievable.
Don't miss this. You've never seen it, and probably, if you're like me, you've never seen it before, you've never heard of anything like it.
I will say, everyone, when they first see our whole lineup for the microwave, whether it's the crisper plate, our microwave grill, we had a microwave waffle maker, everyone is skeptical at first, like, how can this be?
I know, because that is unheard of.
Because it's so unheard of, and because we're all used to the microwave being kind of steamy, stodgy, not exciting.
Water for
and that's why I love doing these demos, so that you can see the sizzling bacon, the crispy nachos, the omelets done in real time with no oil, no butter, the shrimp scampi steamed with white wine and garlic from my microwave in 5.
And a cake.
And you can bake in it.
You made a cake.
I made a cake, and by the way,
that recipe's in there too.
And the recipe you get that you can do in the microwave. You've seen like a chocolate cake that's done in like a mug.
Oh yes,
like a mug cake. It's the same idea, except it's a nice big flat cake, and it's easy to do. The chocolate chip pancakes are great. My kids love the crepes, right? The meatballs. You can do all this. And this is something that at KitchenHQ we really do a good job of. When you get something new at home, I want you to feel empowered. I want you to have pictures, recipes. We do a great job with the videos, as you know, Bobby. Yeah, so you get it out of the box and you know what to do. You at least get started. And once you get started trying new things, what happened to you in real time is going to happen to you where you go,
I know, I wish y'all could be here because it's like astonishing.
It's astonishing what you can do in your microwave with the right technology, and it comes down to that non-stick aluminum and the base heating plate on the bottom.
Full 12 inches. And by the way, with everyone calling, we have maybe 1,400. That is it for the whole country. So as you see that number up there, 866-771. Do not. Do you have more shows today,
I
Chef?
always steal one of these for home when I come here. But
I want to steal it.
This is my last show today. My last show today.
Okay.
These are awesome.
Grab it while you can. Woo. And by the way, as Chef was talking about all these different microwave items, you go to hsn.com and check all of those out as well. Because it, like I said, it's just really almost
And all those items, Bobby, as you know, we always have videos and pictures. So go shopping on hsn.com and check out the whole KitchenHQ lineup.
Do it. Ooh, we have those bowls coming up a little later on in the hour, too. And I believe those bowls, let me see, those are coming up towards the end of the hour. Yes, towards the end of the hour.
Those are great.
Great price on those for $29.95. That's $10 off today.
And a must-have as we head into summer, Bobby. Beach visits, picnics, soccer practice. You gotta keep your cold foods cold.
6 hours.
Up to 6 hours.
Up to 6 hours.
But your hot food's hot up to 4 as well. So think about a day at the beach with all those macaroni salads and potato salads, and you got to keep them cold.
You got to keep them cold.
We'll
Okay.
see that later.
Ridiculous what we are doing right now. Okay, I love a good iced coffee. So let's share with you what this is. It's an electric iced coffee maker. When was the last time you priced an iced coffee maker, right? They're expensive.
Yeah.
Today, you are getting the coffee maker with the permanent filter, and you are getting this awesome 20-ounce tumbler to go with it. $25.95 was really an insane price. It's $15.95.
How cool is this, Bob? Right?
Yeah.
So we were joking off air like, this would be great price for a good quality tumbler.
Right.
And then you get the individual coffee maker. So you can see in real time, the coffee is dripping down directly into my 20-ounce tumbler. Couple things to note here. The tumbler is a really great quality, sturdy tumbler designed to drip right in, take it to your car, comes with the lid and the straw, of course. Here's something that Tina brought to my attention this morning. I never even thought of this.
What?
So many coffee makers aren't built tall enough to fit a big 20-ounce tumbler like that.
Right.
And I was like,
you have to take the bottom little thing, shelf out and use it.
So I was like, Tina, that's a great point.
Yeah, it really is.
So we thought of everything. If you are that iced coffee fan, you get that lid, screw it on with the straw, everything high quality, and you're gonna put it right into your cup holder, off you go. Now, I say this every time. This is low-hanging fruit, Bobby. This is the easiest way to save $5, $6, $7 every single day.
That's so true.
This is something you could do at home.
A couple of trips to one of the coffee specialty stores.
By
the way, the red one, I have only 440. The white one, we have a little over 600. And then the dark gray, we're doing great. We have about 1,000 available in the dark gray. So the red and the white, super, super limited. You know what? This is also, we're getting ready to go into like wedding season. What a great, shower gift, wedding gift, housewarming gift, you name it.
And you see this? This is 5 different areas where that water distributes over the grounds. That's a good quality coffee maker. A cheap coffee maker has one little hole where the hot water spurts out over the coffee grinds.
Right.
Here you've got 5, so you get a nice even distribution, and that's why the brew time is so fast. Here's the thing also, the filter reusable, so you just empty that out, put it in your dishwasher. You don't have to deal with paper filters.
Paper ones.
And think of it this way. If you're an empty nester, or even if you're like me, I drink 1 cup of coffee in the morning and a cup of decaf at night, I don't need that big pot. And if you've ever brewed a big pot of coffee and then you return to it throughout the day and microwave the coffee or whatever, make 1 cup at a time.
Not great.
I like my coffee plain. My wife likes a hazelnut coffee. She can make her individual cup.
I love
so this is a replacement for those pods that are like $1 each.
And they're so expensive.
They're expensive.
Exactly.
So,
and it brews like in 5 minutes, right, Chef?
It brews in about 5 minutes. And that's why those 5 holes where the water comes out over the grounds is so important. It's a speedy process. And here, once it's done, you open it up and the hot coffee brews right onto the tumbler into your cup, ready to go.
You just turn it on.
You just turn it on.
Right on the side,
Right on the side. and let it brew. I'll do another batch here and I'll show you. It's like a giant coffee maker, except a single serving. It's really that clever, right? So you take out those grounds. Now you can rinse that out into the dishwasher, and then you just fill it up with coffee and fill it with water and turn it on. That's it. Easy to use. Think about this at your desk at work. Even think about this at the cottage, on a boat, but even in your kitchen. If you don't need to brew a whole giant pot every single day, it's a great quality coffee maker, and the tumbler alone.
Yeah, seriously, the tumbler alone
is worth
the price. And right now, the red is in the lead, and the red, again, I know is definitely the most limited, but now you can watch, you can see how quick it is. And the fact that you can make whoever wants what, you make one by one, you can make your individual cups, showing that filter inside, showing you how quick it's brewing. Like I said, it's literally brewing in a matter of minutes. And this is another item that we do not have a lot to go around.
And again, it doesn't just have to be for iced coffee.
I was just going to ask you that, right? It
totally. I mean, I'm just using it here as a single cup coffee maker. So whether you just want a cup of hot coffee that's fresh, that's cheaper than the pods and better. I actually don't love the pods. And look, I can close it and stop the drip if I want to do that. So if you're in a household like mine, where I like just plain black coffee, my wife likes a flavored coffee, I'll make my cup. She'll make hers. At night after dinner, sometimes I want 1 cup of decaf coffee, and I can brew my single 1 cup. I don't need to have a big giant coffee maker. But then you see that height, and we've accommodated for that 20-ounce tumbler. So if you are into iced coffee, which I am come summer, you can now put that cup filled with ice right underneath and do what I've just done on those first 2 machines, which is brew directly onto the ice. And when you think about it, not a lot of coffee makers on the market give you that height. Where you can,
absolutely.
Exactly.
Can you do this with teas?
Totally.
Oh, good.
You could put a tea bag in the filter, fill it with water, and it'll make you a beautiful tea.
Wow. So are we hot, cold? So I know we're calling it an iced coffee maker, but it will brew whatever you want it to brew. And the fact that we have a $15.95 today, we took $10 off. And here's the thing, you still have that 30-day return policy that goes right along with it. I know it smells nothing like the smell of great coffee.
I drink a lot of coffee, Bobby.
Do
I
you?
love good coffee.
Yeah,
and
I
honestly,
love good coffee
I don't love the pods. And if you've been using the pods, when you think about it, even if it's 80 cents to $1 for each pod, coffee should be affordable, especially if you're brewing it at home. So this is the way to do it, especially if you don't want to brew a big pot of coffee. And maybe you're returning to it and reheating it. Make each cup fresh, and if you're into iced coffee, put that big tumbler right underneath like I did and brew it right on top.
And everybody see like the quality of this tumbler? I wish you could all be here just to feel it.
Totally.
And easily, like we both said, easily you could spend more money than what you're paying for the coffee maker and the tumbler. So the quality is here.
Well, we were saying off camera, like if you go to that famous coffee shop, you'll sometimes see those tumblers for sale at the checkout, right? And they're like this. They're like a heavy-duty, good quality tumbler. And it wouldn't shock you to see that tumbler for sale for 15 bucks.
Not at all. Not
You're getting the coffee maker with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. And remember, you have 30 days. You have a 30-day return policy that goes right along with it. We're about ready to drop below 400. We did in the red. So, and whenever we do anything in the culinary world, red is generally number one, right? So,
isn't it?
The red, but the white kind of right behind it, because the white right there, as we're talking about, the white is there's only like 600 available in the white.
And like all things Kitchen HQ, the colors are stunning. It's the right footprint, so it's not going to take up too much space. It could live on your counter, unlike a big, larger coffee maker.
Right.
And again, if you are like me, if you just want to have that 1 cup, or maybe your spouse likes a different cup, or maybe you want to make 1 cup decaf, etc., etc., this is a great single-use, single-cup, single-portion coffee maker that has those 5 areas where the water disperses over the grounds. That's the key, by the way. And sometimes, like I said, you'll see a cheaper coffee maker just has 1 hole, hot water shoots out, it takes a while, and it's not even and as delicious. This is one of the secrets. It kind of sprinkles over the grounds. So it's an excellent coffee maker, and you get the tumbler.
I love that. So there's a mark on the tumbler. It says water.
Yes. So here's the thing. We even have those measures. So you know how much water to fill the machine, and then how much ice to fill up your cup. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So you know how much capacity will fit inside the machine. So that's how much water you put in.
So you go ahead of time, fill the water.
Yep. Then fill up your cup up with ice.
With ice, and then brew.
Brew it, and off you go.
Okay,
and look, like I said, in a day and age where we're all trying to save some money and find ways to cut back here and there, I always say, Bobby, this is low-hanging fruit. This is an easy way to save $5 a day, $6 a day. I was with Tina this morning. She said her iced coffee, when she treats herself, is almost $12.
It's ridiculous.
Because she's getting 12 extra pumps of caramel or whatever. You can get that at the grocery store.
Think about that we're paying that. It's crazy.
Well, yeah, it's crazy, but you can do it at home. And if you're into the almond milk and the cream and the syrups, buy them at the grocery store. You get the tumbler. Take the 2 to 5 minutes in the morning. Save $5 every day.
Yeah.
Or $6 or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
And then you can also make it the way you want it.
And you customize the way you want it. If you want an almond milk, if you want creamer, if you want cream, whatever you like. Exactly. So I think this is great. And again, I can't think of another coffee maker on the market that will give you the real estate where you could fit a 20-ounce tumbler right underneath. It's really cool. It's really cool. You're getting the tumbler to go right along with it. You get the machine, and at a price of $15.95. No, your eyes are not deceiving you. That is actually the price. $15.95 for both. You see the tumbler up here. And the tumbler. Comes with the lid and with the straw, by the way. So you get all of it. And I like that it's not a snap. I like that it's a screw top. Screw top. It's going to stay on a lot better, so it feels sturdy. It's like cup holder ready. And the filter also reusable, so you're gonna put it in your dishwasher. I hate the feeling of needing to have a paper filter and then you don't have one. I know and you're like, keep using that one over and over again. I'm gonna keep this with me all hour. Do it, I need the energy button. Okay, so we wanna mention another item we don't have a full presentation of, but we wanna mention for everyone, is the juicer. So the juicer, a weekly deal drop, by the way, and it's available in black or red are here your 2 color choices. I mean, let me tell you, it makes the best juice, right? It's a press and go. It extracts kind of like at a very slow speed system, so you get like better tasting juice. It's compact, it's completely portable. So again, think about like, if we talk about campers, RVs, you're going for a picnic, you're going out to a barbecue, maybe you just want to make that fresh cocktail with all of those great juices. This is the perfect way to do it. And today, from $29.95, $24.95 is your price. All right. Okay, we could not wait any longer. This is crazy, crazy, crazy. And I briefly mentioned it at the beginning of the hour, and it's already super popular. It is, number one, let's start off with the fact that it's a customer pick at hsn.com. So when we talk about that, we always invite you to go and write your reviews on the website, share your thoughts. We don't filter them. So when something is a customer pick, then we're just telling you that, people like it a lot. So here's what you're getting today down here. First of all, you're not getting 1, you're getting 2. And what are you getting? You are getting cast iron non-stick skillet that, first of all, you don't have to baby, you don't have to season it, you don't have to treat it special. There's no special protection to it or cleaning to it at all. And imagine the value today, because first of all, $39.99 for the skillet. Today we are giving you the griddle to go right along with it. That's another $35 value. You're getting both of them today. We're going to talk about this really special process and how this is created, but it will heat up evenly distribute the heat. It cooks like we always think about grandma, right? I think of grandma's fried chicken when I think of cast iron, right? So all you have to do is choose a color. This is the royal blue, or cobalt blue. Underneath, look at the lilac. And these are great gifts, fabulous gifts. You know, Father's Day, Dad's the chef in the family. Please think ahead. Look at the maize. Maize has been another really big color for us in the culinary world. Then you also have that gorgeous sage, moss sage. Oh, there's only 4 dozen left in the moss sage, already popular there. And then we have it available in black. 3 layers. Diamond infused, oven safe up to 500 degrees. It's scratch resistant. It's the great best. Longevity, and your price of $49.95. Look at this. Fabulous. First things first, why do we love cast iron? It gets hot and stays hot. So when you want the ultimate sear on your steaks, your pork chops, your chicken, even your veggies, it's gotta be cast iron. Unlike steel or aluminum, it's about even heat retention. Look at the chicken. That is the perfect chicken. You know how hard it is to find chicken or get chicken like that? This is why we love cast iron. Even heat, whether you're searing, baking, frying, that's why Grandma always cooked with cast iron. However, old school cast iron was such a pain, and you didn't know how to take care of it, and you couldn't wash it with soap, and it felt kind of grimy. This is ceramic, non-stick cast iron. Nothing is sticking to my pan, whether I'm searing, cleaning, cooking up. It's unbelievable. And here's the best part. So you get this incredible pan, 10-inch size, love it. Great depth as well.
Perfect.
You get the griddle that acts as a lid as well, which is unbelievable because with that lid, I can now poach, sear, steam. I can do it all. So you're getting 2 pieces of cookware basically that are all cast iron, but ceramic non-stick cast iron, which is unbelievable.
I like that. You're like giving a really generous pour of wine in that
Old school cast iron, you can't use wine. This is ceramic non-stick.
Oh, that's a good point.
Acidic ingredients I can use. I don't worry about that. So it's a new way to cook with cast iron.
Exactly.
It's basically having a ceramic non-stick pan that is cast iron. It's unbelievable.
It's the best of all worlds, and you read that a lot in the reviews. So I want to give you an update on the colors that are definitely the most limited. The sage, as we said, we have only 40-some left in the sage. That beautiful cobalt blue, we have a little over 300 there in that looks so good.
Oh, yeah.
That lilac,
Yum.
we have about 600 left in the lilac, and then a few more in all of the other colors. Here's the thing. This is our final show of the visit with Chef.
Yep.
If you've seen this before, and I really encourage you to go to hsn.com and read the reviews because it does give you a better idea of how everybody feels about this, how easy it is to use. And again, you're getting all the benefits of cast iron, but you don't have to cook with, again, the butters, the oils, and all of that.
It's non-stick.
You taste the flavor of the food.
And when you cook with cast iron like this and you don't fear the cleanup, you actually use the cookware. Look at my beautiful charred kind of Oklahoma burgers. Now look, I'm gonna coat these things in cheese because this is real ceramic non-stick cast iron. So because it's so non-stick, I don't have to, look at how much, I'm getting extra cheese on the bottom.
Chef.
Watch this. Now, one thing I haven't
talked about. And you're not going to hear the smoke alarms going on.
Exactly. It comes with the other piece of cookware, which is a griddle, which you're going to use for your smash burgers, your pancakes, your scallops. But also, that griddle is a lid. So watch this. I can now steam that cheese, or I could poach some chicken, or I could open up some clams, which I'm about to do. I can finish cooking my salmon with some Dijon and wine. So it's like having 2 pieces of cookware. Well, really, it's like having 3 pieces of cookware.
Yes, seriously.
Because you're getting the lid, and you're getting the griddle, and you're getting the 10-inch size. And I think this whole configuration is a wonderful try-me size.
I agree with you. That's a really good idea. If you have never, ever come in to our fabulous exclusive, because KitchenHQ, by the way, is exclusive for us here at HSN, this is a great way to find out. And if you have ever found anything like this, if you've ever found non-stick cast iron out there in the retail market, number one, it's very hard to find, and expensive,
and
Chef.
expensive.
I was like, whoa. It gives you a better appreciation of what we do here. But, oh my gosh, look at how perfect those are.
Crab cakes on that griddle.
That's the thing with cast iron, right? We get that wonderful even heat. And then the other cool thing about it is that when you're adding to it, like if you're adding something cold, it doesn't drop the temp, right?
That's what cast iron is all about. So whether you're searing or baking or frying, it's about heat retention. So it's keeping the heat from whatever you're doing. Look at those steaks. Little pan sauce, just some wine, little butter. It's easy, it's fast. This is why we love cast iron for any cooking application. But I do want to show you this. That's the pan where I did the steaks, where I deglazed, reduced the sauce. How's that for cleanup?
Wow.
I could put this in my dishwasher and keep going. Like, this is not grandma's cast iron. This is like
dishwasher safe.
Dishwasher safe.
Isn't that crazy?
Isn't that crazy?
Okay, we are almost sold out of the sage. We're down to only a couple of dozen left in the sage. Cobalt, we dropped below 300. And honestly, when I even think, to be really honest with you, the retail that we have is extremely conservative. And we always encourage you, right? Go out and do your comparison shopping for what you are getting. And also, again, the perfect size. You're getting that 10-inch. So I read that there's something that was formulated with a nitrating process? What's that?
So there's 3 layers of nonstick in this pan. I'm gonna prove it to you by starting some eggs with cheese in the bottom. Look at the technology here.
Cheese in the bottom.
Yes, 3 layers of nonstick. There's a mid layer that's actually infused with diamond. Real crushed up diamond, the hardest material on earth. So this is true nonstick cookware that happens to be cast iron. So you're getting literally the best of both worlds. You're getting the nonstick properties of a triple coated, diamond enhanced ceramic nonstick cookware with the even heat of cast iron. And you mentioned it. This is why we love cast iron for searing, for baking, for frying, because whatever you're doing, you're gonna get even heat, even color, even searing, etc. So it's all about even heat that you don't get with steel or aluminum, but you don't wanna baby it. And you wanna treat it like a ceramic nonstick pan because it is a ceramic nonstick pan. Now here, I've got a couple eggs, cheddar and parm. I could put a little chili flake in here to make it exciting. And you get the griddle that you could use for your smash burgers, your scallops, your pancakes, but also use it, as a color matching lid. And now that's gonna capture the steam, poach the eggs in that cheese, and even melted cheese won't stick. It is awesome.
Thank you so much for this.
There's my salmon with a little bit of pistachio.
I love that.
Isn't
with the
that
pistachio.
great?
That's so funny. A friend of mine made salmon the other night for dinner.
Little
but
Dijon.
I'm like, that pistachio is a great idea.
Some white wine, some Dijon. And look, nothing sticks. I got a little spout here. Yes. Cooking is fun.
Cooking is fun when you're cooking with KitchenHQ.
When you don't worry about the cleanup, cooking is fun. Look at this. I wipe it out and keep going. I'm gonna do some clams now.
And I know, and the other thing that I love about this is like inviting people to maybe use it as a first purchase. It's something that I'm guessing you don't have, right?
Totally.
The majority of people do not have cast iron nonstick in their kitchen, right?
And by the way, you shouldn't be so shocked because the idea of ceramic nonstick cookware actually was invented here at HSN. So we've always been at the forefront of technology when it comes to cookware.
I didn't know that.
We invented ceramic nonstick cookware years ago.
Wow.
So we're always innovating. And the idea that we would now innovate and combine it with cast iron shouldn't come as a shock.
Brilliant.
Right? Now look at this. I got some clams, garlic, shallots. I'm gonna add a splash of white wine. Again, you can't do that in Grandma's cast iron. Here at KitchenHQ, you can. And I'm gonna use that griddle.
Griddle over the top.
As a lid.
Nice.
Those clams are gonna open in real time. So you're almost getting like, it's 2 pieces, but it acts as 3. You get the 10-inch skillet, which we love. You get that griddle. Look at the griddle as a lid, opening up those cheeseburgers. It is so delicious when you cook like this. And remember, there was melted cheese on the bottom. Look at the bottom of my pan. It's dancing. That melted cheese just dances off of my pan.
Okay, we eat with our eyes.
I
mean, we have you, right?
Right.
Yeah, we have you on that one. And look, there's already a clock that's up on the screen. This is our last show with Chef.
Eggs are awesome.
So we absolutely want to squeeze in as much as we can, but at a price. Let me jump over and show you the colors once more. Excuse me, sir. So we just want to show you the color choices. Very, very easy. This one on the top, if you look up there, that's that cobalt blue. Then underneath it, we have the lilac. The quantities in the hundreds. That beautiful maize. The sage, we have about 15 left in the sage. And then on finally, the black, and oh my goodness, the red. I didn't even mention the red before. So we have all of these available for you at a price, honestly, of only $49.95. It purchased separately of like $75. So the value is here because you're literally getting, well, 2 pieces, but the chef said 3, because you're taking that griddle, and the griddle is obviously going to double as a wonderful lid as well. That
I've got
chicken
these beautiful
looks
olives.
Ridiculously fabulous.
Seared chicken. Look at the pan as I want to clean it out.
And you didn't put any, I mean, because it's the crispiness is perfect in that.
Perfect,
Nothing
because
else went
it's
in there.
even heat from the cast iron. I rendered out that chicken perfectly. When you don't dread the cleanup, you use the cookware. Imagine what I've done with the steaks and the salmon, and I just wipe it clean. Remember the cheese that I started? I took the stickiest foods on earth, cheese and eggs, and started them together.
Ooh, look at this.
Look
you have to see this before we move.
Beautiful poached eggs that started in that cheddar and parm, little chili flake. You could put some basil. It doesn't stick. And I use the griddle as a lid to finish poaching those eggs. I'm steaming clams, I'm poaching, I'm searing, I'm baking, I'm frying. You're doing it all. I said years ago when I wrote my cookbook, almost 4 years ago, in my cookbook, I wrote, every kitchen needs a cast iron pan. Little did I know back then that there'd be such thing as a ceramic non-stick cast iron pan.
Okay, now write that number down, 884901, but we have to show you another fabulous vibe. These are the ceramic handle holders that Chef is showing you right now. And you're getting actually 4.
Look at that.
Wow, you're getting 4 short, 2 long, you're getting 6 total, and we have it marked from $10.95 to $7.95.
And you know why I love these? A couple reasons. One, as you're cooking, it's cast iron, so everything gets hot. You want to protect your hand, that will protect your hand. But because the colors are so stunning, like look at this stunning egg dish. I can now put this on and go oven to table. And now I can just serve it right in the cast iron, protecting your guests' fingers. So look out for those as well.
That's great. And the colors are, but we have the teal, black, and red, but you're getting all 6 pieces of it. Item number 812846 there. So definitely do not miss that. Okay, we are going to, well, another one of those, like from the Christmas at the very beginning, I was like, really? This is another, really?
Yeah.
And gifts, gifts, gifts. And speaking of that, okay, the first thing I want you to see, you see 1, 2, 3, 4 gift boxes, right?
Yep.
So when I look at this set, first of all, from $44.95, and it's a big customer pick, it's $29.95.
Yep.
If you received, no, I'm not even gonna say one set. A Spurtle, you can write.
Acacia wood's beautiful, absolutely.
Right, acacia wood, you could spend that. It is $100 value. Okay, are you ready for what you're getting? 1 set, 2 sets, 3 sets, 4 sets, all individually gift box. All you do is choose the gorgeous colors. We have do we have black? We have only 3 colors left now? I thought we had more.
We used to have so many beautiful colors. They're all gone. But look, you've got classic black, red.
And aqua,
and the aqua.
And teal.
Oh, and teal.
And teal. Okay, so there you go. So I'm going to show them together. The teal's a darker one. So, yeah.
Isn't it cool?
That is so insane. And they're done out of beautiful acacia wood again.
Stunning
so that
quality.
Elevates it right off the bat.
And I just want to start right at the beginning because a lot of people don't know what a Spurtle is. And a Spurtle was designed in 15th century Scotland as a way to stir oatmeal and porridge, etc. Look at the subtle curve on the Spurtle. And I want to show you here in a pan. It was designed that way to hug the side. There's a slight curvature on the Spurtle. It's designed to hug the side of your pot or pan as you stir your oatmeal, your risotto, your pasta, your soup, your stew, etc. So that is the classic Spurtle that stood the test of time, hundreds of years, dating back to 15th century Scotland. That's how it was invented. And at KitchenHQ, we said, well, wait a second. How can we take this idea and make it even more versatile? So that's where we came up with these different sizes. You get the 1 large size. That's what you're going to use to stir those big batches of soups, stews, oatmeals, risottos, etc. You get the 2 medium sizes. Now, one of them is slotted, and I like that because with that slotted one, you could whip air into omelets, you could whip avocados into guacamole, you could strain a yolk over a bowl, etc. I like the medium size because that's now going to replace your beat up old spatula, etc. You're going to do your flipping. I like them together because I could serve a salad with those 2. So think of the versatility here. Now the baby Spurtle, I must confess, this is the one I use.
Peanut butter?
Peanut butter.
Oh,
you got it.
I was going to say, that's what I would use that for.
To get into the bottom of the peanut butter jar, mayonnaise, Nutella, a skinny caper jar.
Funny. Great minds think alike.
You see?
Yeah.
You're going to get into the side of that jar because you still get that curvature. When you can't get to the bottom of the peanut butter jar, now you can. So I use this little baby size. I thought this was like the least useful one. It's the most useful one. You're going to use it every day to spread it onto toast, etc.
Wow.
So you get all 4 sizes. And this is the thing that we were joking about off camera. Every host I work with is like, wow, this is a great deal for 4 Spurtles. And I go, no, it's 4 sets of 4.
I know.
It's crazy.
It's overwhelming. Right, it's hard for anybody to wrap their head around it.
Yeah.
And I love that they all have their own color-coordinated gift box. We have a 2-minute clock that is up on the screen. But you know what this is? This is the kind of an item that you can buy, and if you have a gift room or a gift closet, you put this away, you could give this to anyone, right? Anyone at all. It just, I don't care if you cook once a month or you're a gourmet cook. I mean, it's going to make your life so much easier in the kitchen, and they're gorgeous.
And as a giftable, when I think about it, each set of 4 comes in its own box, which you said, so you could put a bow on it and gift it. When you really think about this as a gift, as a giftable, what's the math here? I'm doing quick math. Does it feel like it costs you less than $8? It doesn't look that way, right? So it feels like a more expensive, a set. Yes.
A set.
So when we think of the end of
like
the school year,
$2 each.
Yeah, teacher gifts or for your hairdresser or for your mailman or whoever. Sometimes we just need that little gift to give. Throw a bow on the box, give it, and they would never guess that this cost you less than $8 per set of 4.
That is so insane.
And look, you're replacing all those mishmash tools that you might have had that don't match, that are rusted up. You don't need all the old spatulas and whisks, etc. This is going to replace all those. You're going to use it to flip, to whisk, to mix, to serve, to stir. It's really that versatile. When you're
folding, it looks like it's eliminating lumps and clumps.
That's what it was designed for, totally. So when you're doing that with your oatmeal and your risotto and everything, but also when I mix my eggs for an omelet, for example, it's introducing air. So it's really versatile. I really like using it every single day.
Great idea. So the black one
is the
most limited. There's only 400 there. And then after that, it's going to be this gorgeous aqua. I think the aqua is stunning. So the aqua, but you're getting 1 set, 2 sets, 3 sets, 4 sets, all in their own individual gift boxes. Yeah.
They're great.
All for only $29.95 today.
That's my favorite one, the baby one.
Baby one, I get it. That'd be the most used one for me too. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break, but we're coming right back with those bowls. Yeah, we're gonna go back and make your life so easy because you can use your microwave. Don't go away.
Sun's out, deals are on. It's HSN's Memorial Day sale. Soak up 6 days of epic savings with up to 50% off everything site-wide and on air. Plus, this weekend only, unlock extra special Memorial Day deals you won't want to miss. The countdown to your best summer starts now.
We have a special offer for you. Take 15% off your next single item purchase when you sign up for HSN Tax. Plus, stay up to date on the latest promos and events. Love to save? Just text HSN to 70514. Happy shopping.
Hi, welcome again to everyone. Welcome you. Thank you for being with us. My name is Bobby Ray Carter. Chef Shahir is with me as well. And we have one final amazing item. We kind of briefly showed this to you and we took you to .com. Already very popular. But this today is a brand new low price. So first and foremost, these are thermal insulated bowls, keeping things cold, imagine, for up to, cold or hot, up to 6 hours, which is insane. We sold these for $39.95. They are right now $29.95. And I'm gonna show you over here because they actually nest as well, so they're very, very easy to store. Let me give you the color choices and then we're gonna show them to you in action. This is the black. We have them in red. We have them in this really pretty, again, gorgeous, I think we're calling this one teal, okay? Then down here is that Italian plum. Oh, love that. In the center over here, we have pesto, and then we have the cobalt blue. But you're getting both of them, your large one with basically like a 5-cup capacity, and then your smaller one still with a 2-cup capacity. I just found out that the plum in the front, there's only a little over 100, it's like 170 in the plum set. In the teal set, there's about 215 available in the teal, and then only about 500 in the pesto. So those are the ones that are the most limited. Hot, cold, insulated.
Keeps the temp. And we launched it as this large size, and people loved it so much that we now invented the smaller size, the 2-cup size. Wow. And I want you to think about how you're gonna use them together. Keep your hot foods hot up to 4 hours, your cold foods cold up to 6. Let's talk cold food first, because we're heading into summer, and we're heading into beach days and picnics and soccer practice, etc. Think about all the foods that go with those activities. The potato salad, the macaroni salad, the fruits. Mayo. Fresh fruits, meat and cheese in sandwiches, tuna salad sandwiches. Yes. I've got a ceviche here with some lime, salads and salad dressing, etc. Guess what, folks? We in the culinary world have something called the danger zone of temperature. That's between 40 and 140. Every chef on earth walks around with a thermometer for a reason. Between 40 and 140 degrees, that's where foodborne bacteria is born. If you're taking those foods to the beach, to soccer practice, to the park, and letting it sit out there, that's where you get into trouble. So you've got to keep, oh, this is stunning. You've got to keep your cold foods cold. You got to stay out of that danger zone. So I want you to think about this summer, all those things that you're going to look forward to doing. packing your own lunches, packing your own picnics, packing your own soccer practice with the fruits and the ham and cheese sandwiches and all that stuff. You gotta keep them cold. Because there's technology here that's insulated, it's gonna keep your cold foods cold for up to 6 hours. So you're good for the whole day at the beach.
Great.
You're good for that picnic. You're good for that soccer practice. And you don't want to creep into that food danger zone.
Yeah, and you know what I was thinking? Instead of having, like, a lot of times you'll have something and then you'll try to put it in a container, you've got the ice cubes and it's wet.
And
there's
it's
sweating
sweating
everywhere,
Yep.
there's water everywhere. This is brilliant.
Totally. And if your strategy is to put it into a plastic container and put it on ice, that's not the same thing, because a plastic container isn't insulated. There's real technology here with insulation designed to hold temperature. There's the technology. Now I'm going to throw it up. You can see that insulation is the magic. So this is not the same thing as putting cold foods like macaroni salad and ham and cheese sandwiches in a plastic container. This is designed to hold your temperature, and that is the magic. That's going to keep your cold foods cold this summer for up to 6 hours. You can even notice we put 2 little handles on the side. So it's designed for you to pack and go. Go to the beach, go to the picnic, go to the park, take the kids, take the grandkids, etc. And keep the fruit salads and the ham and cheese sandwiches and the tuna salad. Keep it fresh out of that danger zone of 140 and 40 degrees. You gotta stay out of that zone of temperature.
And truthfully, these are the foods that we want to eat in the summertime.
Totally.
Right? You don't want to eat big, heavy foods.
Totally.
You want to have light salads, or like you said, the fruit salads over there.
Now look at the steam.
Steam coming
Now
out.
I'm also gonna keep my hot foods hot. Now why do I want to do that? Look, let's say everyone's coming home at a different time, or I'm feeding a crowd, etc. And I go to the trouble of making those mashed potatoes and gravy. I want to keep my hot foods hot, and this is going to do that up to 4 hours. So the mac and cheese to go with that fried chicken, or the roast beef or the carved turkey at holiday time. All throughout the year, we've all been there where we don't know how to time our meal. And maybe the turkey is still roasting, or the steaks are still cooking in my cast iron pan, but my side dish is ready. Put it in your hot cold bowl, the same insulation technology. Hear that click? And it's gonna hold the temperature for up to 4 hours. You saw the steam come right out of those mashed potatoes. These have been sitting out here for well over an hour. Wow, it's gonna stay hot for 4 hours. So again, those handles, think about during the holidays, etc., when you want to line up.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking, even if you're like, when we do a lot of dinners with my sister-in-law and friends, everybody brings something.
Bring something.
So you're, and 9 times out of 10, you wouldn't volunteer to do the mashed potatoes, because by the time they got there, they'd be like ice cold. So it's great for that.
Totally.
I love it.
For a potluck. Look at the steam coming off my pasta. And it's been here for a couple hours. Look, every Sunday at our local church, we do a little potluck. So if you do that sort of thing, whatever entree or side dish that you cook, you get the large size, which is just over 10 cups. And then it comes now
with over 10 cups?
Yeah, this is 10 and a half
Oh my gosh, okay, good.
And the small size is 2 cups.
That's 2 cups.
So think about the configuration you're gonna do. You're gonna do the pasta and the sauce, or the salad and the dressing, or etc. You know, fried chicken, which I have over here with the mac and cheese.
Good.
You could do it all. So I love the versatility of both sizes. Think about all those scenarios when you gotta keep the hot food hot and the cold food cold, especially as we head into the summer.
Snaps right down. Okay, so 130 only left in the plum, the Italian plum. The teal right here, there's only 185 left in the teal.
You see the steam coming off the fried chicken?
Let me tell you what, we have so many people that are calling, and you can see right now it's 400 spoken for.
I love doing that because it even surprises me.
Yeah,
I know how long this has
been out here. Right.
And you see the steam come on up. I want to show you one other feature here, because we thought of everything. You get the 2 handles, so you're ready to go to that potluck, the church lunch, or that picnic, or the beach. Cool. But look at this. On the back, you have a little button here, right? I can take the lid off if I press that button. And now I can serve it.
Beautiful.
I can also put it in the microwave. This is also microwave safe.
We knew we'd get to the microwave part. Wow.
We love the microwave. Even though it is insulated.
I was going to say.
It's designed for the microwave, totally. So if for whatever reason, maybe you have leftovers from the day before, you want to reheat in the microwave and keep it hot, you zap it in the microwave, then you put the lid back on, close it, and it's going to stay hot for up to 4 hours, or cold for up to 6. And I really stress this, as a chef, I know about food safety and the danger zone. 40 degrees, 140, that's the food danger zone we always talk about in the restaurant world. When you're taking those cold dishes and going to the beach, going to the park, going to soccer practice, ham and cheese sandwiches, fruit salads, tuna salads, macaroni salads, you're getting into that danger zone. You gotta keep your cold foods cold, but also your hot foods. And when you leave them sitting out like that, you're creeping into that danger zone.
Yes.
You gotta keep the hot foods hot, the cold foods cold, and it's not just for enjoyment. Obviously, it's for we want to enjoy those hot and cold dishes.
Oh, definitely.
It's a food safety issue as well.
And all you have to do is choose your color. Look at all these gorgeous colors. So this is the teal again. I mentioned a little over 100 left there. The Italian plum that is so gorgeous. 120, I think, only left there. Pesto.
Yep.
So the pesto about ready to drop below 500 left in the pesto. The red, the black, and then your last color over here is the cobalt blue. But remember that you're getting both of them. 10 and a half.
10 and a half cup.
10 and a
yeah,
half
it's a big
cups
size.
for the big guy. 2 cups of
Yep.
this one, but they're both insulated. So again, keeping your foods cool for up to 6 hours.
And this part I love, and Bobby, you mentioned it, that in terms of storage, you can actually put the little baby
the
size.
nesting.
You nest it inside. So you put
Perfect.
the 2 cup size in there. And
Love
then
that.
now you can store it like so. And you got both of them, the 10 and a half cup and the 2 cup. Think about this summer. All those mayo-laced side dishes and the ceviches and the fruit
Even
salads.
peel and eat shrimp. I love peel and eat
Peel
shrimp.
and eat
right?
shrimp. Look,
Keep it
one
cold.
baby size could have that cocktail sauce. You're peeling shrimp
Yes.
here. Or you could have your ham and cheese and, you know, some dressing in here. You can do
Yeah, I can
anything,
create
and you're
anything.
really, as we head into the summer,
Even veggies and dip or something
veggies
like
and
that,
dip, totally.
right? Wow.
You gotta think from a food safety perspective. All those hot days at the beach, the park, picnics, you must keep your cold foods cold, but also your hot foods hot.
Yeah.
And when we're feeding a crowd or when
right.
we're making our family dinner, and sometimes it's just about timing the meal, and we don't know how to time
That
the meal.
is so true. It's
I mean,
so hard
I hear it
to
all the
time like
time
that.
from home cooks. Chef, how do I time this thing?
Yeah.
I mean, I've prepared the side dish, but the main isn't ready. Put it in your hot cold bowl. There's nothing to plug in. The insulation by itself will hold the temperature. So you don't need an outlet. You don't need to plug anything in. You can make that side dish, throw it in your hot cold bowl, and it's gonna stay hot for up to 4 hours. Or you can make that dessert, like a rice pudding, and it's gonna stay cold for up to 6 hours. It's
Wow.
unbelievable.
Tailgating.
Tailgating.
Yes.
Good one.
Yeah,
You gotta have this for tailgating.
Absolutely.
See that big pulled pork I had in there? And again, take the lid off, throw it in your microwave. When it's done,
Woo.
watch this. The lid goes right back on.
That is
And now it's gonna
fabulous.
stay hot for up to 4 hours.
Oh my gosh.
It really is a must, not just for
Yes.
practicality, not just for on the go, but I really stress this as a chef for food safety. That danger zone of temperature, you gotta stay out of that danger zone.
Yeah, and that is scary. That is scary.
Totally.
And the fact that you're buying both of them right now, $29.95. Your price, we've taken $10 off. You always have a 30-day return policy to go right along with it, so you have to get it home. Because if you're doing a lot of the, what, really? Like with this, or with the crisper, which we'll remind you about, you just get them home and put them to the test. Find out yourself. Look at that fried chicken.
And there's that fried chicken that I did in my microwave. I put the lid back on. I want you to keep your hot foods hot for up to 4 hours. And I certainly want you to keep your cold foods cold. Oh, I cringe at the beach. It hurts me at the beach.
I bet to see
when I
that.
see the potato salads and the ham and cheese just sitting there in the sun.
it's like,
and I go, oh, no. Please, don't pack the ice. Don't put it in plastic. This is gonna keep those temperatures hot and cold for up to 6 hours.
I love it.
It's a must.
It's a must. And at a price today of $29.95, 884-907. This is our final show.
Yep.
So write the number down, but let's remind them of the crisper.
The crisper plate. I love it. Look, this is gonna just not only make your leftovers more exciting, you're gonna cook in it. Remember, I made a shrimp scampi. I made this giant omelet in real time in 5 minutes. I did my shrimp scampi in 5 minutes. You're gonna do a snapper in the microwave, meatballs. You get all the recipes. You're gonna steam veg, even do a chocolate cake, pancakes. Look at the chocolate cake I did. Yum. My nachos, remember I did my nachos?
The nachos were crazy.
In 2 minutes, and they were crunchy. We did the test.
That's
it's a hard
right.
life. The sizzling bacon. Even make your leftovers more exciting because there's a heat-based element. It's non-stick aluminum. I did my pancakes without the extra oil or butter, the French toast.
Crazy.
We've turned the skeptics into believers.
We did, I know.
Including
I'm
you.
a believer.
I'm a believer.
$24.95.
You get the recipes, you're gonna love it.
Your price on it, close to 1,000 flew out.
We sell them out every
limited.
time.
I know.
I'm telling
we
you.
did. Thank you, Chef.
Good to see you, my
Always such a
friend.
pleasure.
Always fun.
So glad you're here. Okay, don't go anywhere, because if you're ready for the best night's sleep ever, get ready for our Coop Today special. Stay tuned. Hey there.
Let's chat about getting some of the best deals on the things you love. Because when you're an HSN card VIP, the perks are all yours. And who doesn't love extra perks? Like 12 to 18-month VIP financing on select items, plus extra flex on items that you love all day, every day. And HSN card VIPs enjoy extra perks. Oh, if you apply today and if approved, you can get $15 off your order. So, are you ready to jump in? Give them a ring or visit hsn.com.
Celebrate and shop National Streaming Week. Only on HSN's free TV streaming service, QVC Plus and HSN Plus, May 19th through the 27th. Stream curated collections of groundbreaking original series, can't miss deals, and more. Plus,